Yo, guys, it's Dan the Man with the Master Plan. How you doing? I'm at the co-op here. What is it, Mountain View? Mountain View Co-op in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And I ran into a friend slash fan viewer. And we're going to do a little interview here. And we're going to inspire and motivate people to eat fruits and vegetables, detoxify, and regenerate so that they can either achieve health or maintain it. Can you dig it? So, Lori.
Yes.
What's up? You I haven't asked you anything. I don't know anything about
right.
you, except that there a little bit about the diabetes. So how did you find the Life Regenerator, and how has it helped you so far?
Okay, let's see. About a year ago, I found out that I was diabetic. And 17 years before that, I developed what's called peripheral neuropathy. So it's like very painful. It's in your peripheral nerves. And they'd always check me for diabetes. Did not have it. But we've always eaten pretty healthy, whole grain. We've stayed away from white flour. But I've always eaten grains. I did not realize that was slowly...
When did you find out that the grains are really, especially cooked, processed, even though they're whole grain?
Right.
When did you find out that's not the best ever?
About a year ago, investigating for myself about diabetes, how to reverse it. Probably listened to Dr. Mercola and David Wolf and saw the Raw Food movie maybe 4 or 5 months ago here at the co-op. And then I found you on YouTube and started to watch what you were saying about it. And I liked how simple you made it. I could always feel that you're just genuine, and like the spiritual thing came through for me.
Cool.
So
some people cannot dig it. I'm glad that you can.
I dig it. It's fine. Keep it up. Don't worry about people that can't.
So things have improved. The blood levels
yes
have stabilized.
Yes. I'm not as good with
perfect yet. Come on, Lori. Right. Get with the program. Get perfect. Like the rest of us.
Yes, like... No, but everything's much better. My energy is much, much better. And I just know that I need to more and more get away from what I used to always eat.
I was just encouraging you to actually eat some more fruit.
Yes,
and that fruit does not cause diabetes. The diabetes generally comes from an excess of processed grains, even though they're whole grains, and the pancreas has to work, and it just wears itself out because of the way that we eat. So we want enzyme-rich raw foods, right?
Right.
So, and that would be the fruits and vegetables. And so, we don't need to get too much into the details. We just want to continue to focus on celery, cucumbers, cilantro, spinach, apples, oranges, bananas. So you've been a little afraid of the fruit?
I have. I have not had fruit for a long time. So to know that I could do an apple with the dandelion is like exciting, because I was thinking, I can't do that yet. I got to do really good for a long time before I can add in fruit. But it's like allowing that sounds fun.
Everyone has a little bit of a different story. My friend Robert, who taught me everything I know, he healed up hella people with diabetes with fruit and herbs. And so it's like whole fruits and leafy green herbs for the food to help regenerate the cells and quit taxing the organs in the body. Give them a break so that they can detoxify. There's different levels of detoxification. And the raw foods is just the basic. It isn't really even detox. Raw food is you just quit making yourself ill. Raw food is the food that every animal on the planet eats, always has.
Right.
And so when we stop hurting ourselves, it's not really hurting ourselves. It's just like that bread over there. That takes a lot of energy to digest that bread over there. And I'd rather eat some oranges, which basically digest themselves. So the fructose with the enzymes, the phytonutrients, the buffers, and the synergistic compounds keeps your body functioning as a whole. You know what I mean? Right. So do you guys have a plan? This is Kay, right?
Yes.
Can't really see you because of the lighting. Sorry, Kay.
Okay.
And the husband, your name is?
Dean.
Dean, right on. Thanks for coming out, you guys. But I want to take it back to Lori here.
Okay.
And so what's your game plan right now?
Well, just been easing into going more and more and more raw, and then completely going raw. And I want to do like the 10-day juice feast.
Nice.
And just like do that, and then just be raw. And like, especially now that it's summer, was thinking about doing it last January, and it just was too hard, and it just looked complicated. But having found your site and listened to you,
the raw foods was complicated until you found Dan the Man with the simple plan.
That was very helpful, and I can't believe I'm talking to you right here.
Hey, I'm really glad to be here. This is the fun
crazy.
kind of stuff, because when it's real people, the certain thing comes through me, and it's more real than some dude with a camera who's in a room by himself with a huge ego trip, who really does just care about people. But the regeneration of the organs is going to take place slowly but surely. Water fasting is where the rubber meets the road, but most people aren't there yet. But you can always take a break, 24 to 36 hours, once a week, once a month, and rest the organs and learn to rest, which I'm learning how to do myself. I'm all excited about this bike ride, and I'm seeing that if you lay down and rest for a day, you have a lot more energy, the next day when you go to ride some more. So the game plan is just raw.
Yep.
What kind of juicer you got?
I have a Jack LaLanne juicer and a Champion juicer. We have a 30-year-old Champion.
And and now you're going to be adding a few more apples and stuff, and it's going to actually taste better, and you're probably going to have an energy boost after this.
I actually could not believe how much energy I had just doing the green leafy. I had so much energy I almost couldn't sleep when I first was doing it. So it wasn't an energy thing. I think the psychological reasons why we eat that stuff is what I had to. Some of the spiritual part of me, the part that denies letting it all in. That's the part that's...
You're afraid to let your light shine.
Probably.
Because then you'll get attacked on YouTube. I mean, no, but I highly encourage you that. That's where I focus. Believe it or not, the underlying message is that the fruits and vegetables is on one level common sense. But allowing our light to shine when this whole world is designed to keep that from happening, that can take a big set, or whichever gender you're on the side of. But, that's where I encourage people, because that's where it's going to become obvious. Eating the right food to nourish that part of you becomes self-explanatory.
Right.
And so then there's no right or wrong. There's just, you go to those fresh foods that are going to lift you up, like fruit and leafy green herbs, So is there anything else you want to know from me? We got a couple minutes left.
Let's see. I would step 1, 2, 3 for type 2 diabetes. But like you told me, apple with...
I would focus on each meal. I would focus on probably 3 meals a day. One of them would be a green juice, the other one would be a fruit meal, and the other one might be either more fruit or a salad. And then smoothies to play. So 3 moderate-sized raw food, as simple as possible, mono fruit meals, eat a pound of grapes and go about your day. And green juices to tonify and alkalize and mineralize. And the chlorophyll is building and strengthening and refreshing, and it also has the aminos to help rebuild cells. So really focusing on fruit meals, green juices. Those are your healers.
Combine them, you do them.
I could drink a green juice and then eat fruit an hour later, and that'd be fine. Usually what I do is like a big jar of juice in the morning. Boom, that's all I need. If that'll be around like 10 or 11. Then I'll have, lunch, 9, 10, or 11, depending on the myriad of circumstances. And then I'll have a meal around 2 or 3, fruit. And then I'll have an evening meal of usually like I focus on my veggies. Like tonight I'm going to have some romaine lettuce with sauerkraut on it. And I already had I had grapes today, grapes and coconut water, and then I'm gonna have like 2 meals today, and then I'm gonna have a head of lettuce and some sauerkraut, and I had a couple of cantaloupes as well, right along with the grapes. So just simple eating is the best. So just fruits and vegetables, and then the freshest in-season fruits and vegetables that you can get your hands on. Grapes, watermelons, cantaloupes are in season.
Local stuff.
Local stuff.
Yeah. great.
as fresh and good tasting as possible so that you can come back.
Yeah.
Lori, thanks for your time. I hope that everyone
Thank
gains
you,
something from
Dan.
this. It's
Yeah.
so simple that it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but it's so much fun to be here with you now,
Yeah.
knowing that I can see that you're going to definitely benefit from this meeting. So
Yeah.
it
Thank you so much.
makes my life worth living.
The universe is good. Brings us everything we need.
Thanks for hooking us up. Kay was like, "Are you that guy?" I'm like, "Dan the
I
man,
know
laugh
you."
generator." And then she called Lori, and Lori was like, "No way!" And I
No
was
way,
like,
no.
"This is Dan the man. Can you dig it, baby?" So
Yep,
she
do it
cruised down
sound.
here. Okay, well, I'll say goodbye now. So thanks a lot, guys, for listening and taking care of yourselves and letting your light shine. That's the hardest thing that you're ever going to deal with in this life. That's for sure. Peace.